For the past week, I did an experiment. I started saying thank you to everything in my life, everything that happens to me, good or bad, right or wrong, indifferent, small or big. I would say thank you to it. I wanted to see what would happen. Most important, I wanted to see what would happen in my perception, in my energy, and in my situation. Would anything change, improve, and so on? And the result has been absolutely amazing. In just 7 days, I noticed a big shift in my energy. I feel more at peace. I feel more equipped. I feel less resistance. I feel more in flow. And more importantly, I get to overcome like adversity. For example, I was doing this video earlier. I was at the end of the video and boom, my camera switched off, corrupted the file. I had to start over. And I said, what? Thank you. Let me start again. Let me speak again. Let me get another opportunity to do better. Right? So instead of getting annoyed at the camera because as I was at the end, it was a good video, oh my God, thank you. You see, what I realized is that it's easy to say thank you for the good things, right? A client sign up, you get some money, this happening, get a nice meal, thank you, great, beautiful day, great, thank you, right? Easy. For the small thing, indifferent things and so on, it's easy, but you don't notice them as much. For example, how often are you grateful for your heart beating over 100,000 times a day? Do you even notice it? Like, I don't. Or for just having eyesight to be able to see freaking clearly. You open your eyes and you open 2 beautiful gifts in the morning every single day. Like, can you say thank you to the small little things? So I noticed that over time, the more I was saying thank you to things, the more I was starting to see little things that I could say thank you to. My camera is working now, thank you, right? I have this whole setup that allows me to make videos. I have a whole platform that then I can just post it and then it does the work and I don't have to do anything. How wild is that? Thank you. But the biggest challenge was when adversity, something you don't want, don't expect, don't like, happen. You see, most of the time we resist, right? We get angry, pissed off, annoyed. There's resistance toward the thing that we feel like, well, it should not happen or it's not what I want. I gave you the camera example, but it can be simple things. You want to go to a meeting, but then freaking traffic, right? Red light everywhere, you're not moving. And you can easily get tense, angry, and so on. And at first, it's hard to say thank you for that because what is it to be grateful for? But after a little bit of time, what I started to notice is that it's easy to let go of the resistance to those particular events that are categorized as bad in my mind. And when you start releasing that resistance, I notice that I simply accept what happens more. I go back in the flow. I become, much more happier, less stressed, less angry, less worried. And then I started saying thank you for the magnificent outcome of this. So thank you for the magnificent outcome of this video, of this traffic, of this meeting, of that thing that didn't work out, of that client that postponed, I would simply say thank you for this working out. And man, that created a shift in my perception, in my energy, because you let go of the resistance and then you start to say thank you because this is going to work out. I don't need to know how. I don't have no idea how it's going to work out, but I choose to create a perception and an energy in my mind that this is getting sorted. This is going to work out. Does that make sense? So what I noticed after simply 7 days is a big shift in the layer of my own perception. And perception equal creation. If you're new on this channel, we often and pretty much always talk about how your perception create your reality. You are always what you are experiencing in any given moment. Who you are is what you are experiencing. Does that make sense? So if you go into traffic or you watch this video and something happens, or you're at work and it's Monday and your not favorite colleague pisses you off first thing in the morning, you are what you're experiencing. And what you're experiencing is those emotions and the story you create about everything that happens in your life. So if you don't control your focus and the story that you have, you're going to keep on experiencing mostly the same old thing because it's just become habitual response. Stimulus, habitual response. And this is where gratitude becomes the antidote to the anger, to the worry, to all those things, especially when you condition it this way. Because you cannot be grateful and anxious at the same time, or angry at the same time, or any other negative emotion. It's one or the other. So I find that gratitude, being thankful, cleanse that perception, cleanse that layers of thinking, and gradually replace it. It's like you have a canvas and you're like, oh my God, this is a little bit too dark. Let me clean it up. Let me add some whiteness, some brightness. Let me make it nice. Let me make it shiny. Let me make it beautiful. It shifts your energy. And when you shift your energy, you shift your life. Because now you start to become different. So you start to radiate a different energy, a different intention. And instead of being focused on what's not working, what's broken, blah, blah, blah. You know how the mind loves to find something, lock in, and then grind you down? Thank you. And then thank you for this working out. So ironically, where I find it the most useful to say thank you for everything is for those little things that used to piss me off, that don't work out, that are unwelcome, so to speak. The market dips. Well, thank you. It's an opportunity to buy or to sit or to learn or whatever. But this is where you have to be willing and sincere in it. Because I notice sometimes I say thank you, but I don't freaking mean it. And so I stay angry. But the more I do it, like after 7 days, after that momentum and so on, I find it much easier to become sincere, to become aligned, to bypass, to get rid of that resistance. Right? And for big things, like honestly, it takes a lot of work. It's not instant. You don't say just thank you and the resistance is gone. For the big things, it can take some time, and that's okay. But ultimately, you're choosing to have a different attitude, a different perception about that thing. And so what's the worst thing that could happen? This is something to really reflect. What's the worst thing that could happen by being thankful, by letting go of the resistance, letting go of the anger, letting go of that response and choosing that this is going to work out? Thank you for teaching me something. Thank you for redirecting me. Thank you for the opportunity. Thank you for taking care of this. Thank you for showing me the way to handle this situation. Man, it opens up. It opens up a beautiful energy. And I tell you, like, the biggest invitation I have right now is for you to take it on 7 days. Say thank you for everything. You're watching this video, you have access to YouTube, to internet, thank you. You have access to eyes and ears that work, that are beautiful senses, thank you. You have beautiful food, water, maybe you're drinking a coffee, a glass of tea, you're at work, you have a house, thank you, thank you, thank you. You go to bed at night, you don't have to worry about anything, thank you. You got money in the bank, thank you. Like, there's so many things, big, small, irrelevant things that we can appreciate. You go in a supermarket, everything that was needed to bring about that food and all those opportunities, all those different choices that you can have to buy at the supermarket. You're spending, you're releasing money. Thank you. Man, it changes radically your energy and your perception of reality. And when you become thankful, like, it is my experience, because I talk a lot about gratitude on this channel, but also with my clients. It is my experience that when you become grateful, you find more experiences, you attract more things to be grateful for. And so the goals, the things that you want to have, you start to find synchronicity and manifestation, and things just start to unfold. So how do you do it? Very simple, don't complicate it. This is just saying 2 words, thank you. So something happens, thank you. You want to write a comment, 2 words, thank you. You want to go send a message to somebody you appreciate, thank you. Like, just remind yourself to say thank you to everything that happened, and work on those things that trigger anger, anxiety, all those things, and learn to see them through the lens of thank you, and then thank you for this working out. And after a week, see what happened. Notice your energy, your perception, and the synchronicity, the manifestation, the things happening, maybe some of the problems just dissolving, and let me know what happened. Thank you for watching this video. Thank you for subscribing to this channel. If you enjoyed this type of video, I will see you next time. Be well.